G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm of course the Calphalos, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Path of Champions in Legends of Runeterra. We're going to be doing the 3.5-star weekly adventure against Caitlyn today, and we are going to be using Illaoi for today's run. So this run is going to be a really interesting one, quite simply because of the way this Caitlyn adventure is set up in terms of the special rules and whatnot. So let's just quickly go over the rules real quick. Red is lips, round start, deal 1 to all units, then grant the foe's units +0/+1. Fan favorite round start, give the foe's strongest unit +2/+0 and overwhelm this round. Vicious enemy +10 XL, +1 starting mana, and +1 starting hand size. Now, this Red as a Lips power is a really interesting one. Quite simply because not only does it benefit Caitlyn, but if you have a specific champion in the Path of Champions, it should benefit that particular champion greatly as well. And of course, I am talking about none other than Tahm Kench himself. Now, if you are familiar with how the way Tahm Kench works, there is a third star power of Tahm Kench, which will essentially get him a +2/+2 whenever he takes damage, whenever any unit survives damage, I should rephrase. And essentially, this is going to be really good into the Caitlyn here. Unfortunately, as you can see, I have Tahm Kench lock. I do not have enough fragments to unlock him. Well, actually I do. I have more than enough wild fragments, but I won't have enough to star him up to a star power 3, which I think would have been so much fun or so much cooler if I was able to, but so is the life of an F2P player. I'm practically broke. But anyway, we're not here to hear me complain. Let's just go ahead and get this adventure started with, the champions that we have available to us. So essentially, I am gonna go with an Illaoi here today, quite simply because I think Illaoi could be a, alternative to go into this particular battle here. The main reason being a lot of her deck is actually kind of beefy and should be able to survive. You could go with a Garen, but I already went with a Garen in the previous one, so I would like to change things up and try an Illaoi for this particular adventure. And at the same time, it also gives me an opportunity to try out a slightly different build compared to the first time I used Illaoi into the Asol. Alright, so let's quickly go over the star powers real quick. I am going with a 3-star Illaoi here. Prophet of an Elder God 2 when allies attack spawn 3. Test the Spirit +1 starring mana. Round start, grant the weakest enemy vulnerable. I think this is going to be really useful because it should be able to counter the Caitlyn deck somewhat. Spawn 3 with the Prophet and Elder God will really just give us more tentacles, and with more tentacles we should get a higher health stat which should be able to survive, hopefully. And Test the Spirit here, round start, grant the weakest enemy vulnerable is nice. That way we can challenge or fashion out chances, according to what cards we have on the board. Alright, so in terms of the champion level here, level 27, which is I think the same as the Aurelion solo. Did we go up in level? I can't really remember. But anyway, level 27 here, which means I do have access to the level 20 Heroes Welcome, which I think is the most important. I am slightly missing out on the 4-star Nexus Elf and the 3rd Relic slot, but I think it should be fine. Now, in terms of the build here, real quick, I am going with a Crown Guard Inheritance, a Green Glade Shadeleaf, and a Ginsu's Rage Blade. So this is pretty much the same thing like the build that I use in the Aurelion Sol. The only change here is really the Trollking's Crown coming out for the Green Glade Shadeleaf. Now, I'm not really sure if this is a better build, but this was actually suggested by one of you guys in that particular video, in the comment section of that particular video, and I thought, you know what, let's take this opportunity to try out this particular build and see how it works out. So I think this should be fine. When I level up Rally, it's nice since Illaoi needs to be on the board in order to level up, so that means we should be guaranteed to get a Rally. Green Glade Shadeleaf support grant my supporter ally Elusive is nice because we should be granting the Tentacles, the Elusive, and hopefully we get to deal some damage onto the Nexus, some consistent damage onto the Nexus. Ginsu's Rage Blade attack grant me +1/+1. The Illaoi just gets the stat buff, and essentially that will contribute towards a level up even quicker. Alright, so let's quickly head back out, and we are going to test this build into this particular Caitlyn run. Let's see how it goes. Hey guys, Future Calphalos here, and before we actually start this run, I actually want to chip in this tiny little tidbit here that I forgot to mention at the start of this video. So basically, as we all know, there's a new expansion coming up, right? The World Ender expansion. And with that new expansion, there's probably going to be new Path of Champions, new champions for the Path of Champions. And with the new champions in the Path of Champions, there's probably going to be an extension to the Legend account level. So as you can see here, I already am at level 30, and this was already before, doing the Caitlyn run, so I'm already maxed out. Now, the point I want to make here is it could be worth waiting until after the expansion comes out, which should be on December 8th. And I believe that will give you around 2 or 3 days left of this particular set of weekly adventures. So it might be worth to wait until after the expansion comes out, and once the expansion is out, we should be able to get, extra rewards in the legend level here. And with the extra, extended rewards in the legend level, it might be worth to only then do the weekly adventures. That way you can claim some of these legend points here. As you can see, the Azir adventure as well as the Tahm Kench adventure. But like I said, I wasn't thinking about this at the time of recording, and I've already done the Caitlyn adventure. So basically, I've already wasted some legend points here. But my advice to you is to don't do what I did and essentially just wait if you are, looking keen to play this. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That's all from me. Let's go ahead and get into this adventure. Alright, so we're all loaded in, and as you can see, our final boss is Caitlyn. Mini boss here is gonna be Zoe. Interesting. Alright, so let's head to the first power node here first and see what we get. Sticky Fingers, allies to tap nap 1, enemies are -1, -0. Trifarian Might, when you summon a 5+ power ally, it strikes the weakest enemy. I think we can do better than this, so we're gonna reroll. Chrono Breaks, Challenger, and Trifarian Might again. I think we're gonna reroll one more time. Play a spell level 1 to the enemy Nexus. Frozen, Troll, Memory Game. If I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like any of these. The spell burn could be fairly decent, because we should be trying to play some spells here in order to, you know, essentially get more tentacles onto the board. Actually, it could be good, all things considered, because we have a couple of spells here, and I believe we have a couple of attune units as well. Stuff like the Grumble Slug and the, where the hell is it? What's that unit called again? Journey Sandhopper, right, we have the attune here. Okay, so I think it could be fairly useful. And Tentacle Smash is also not bad. I tell you what, we'll go with the Spellburn. I'm not really sure if this is the right one, but I think I'm gonna pick it up. Alright, so let's head to the Sparring Student here. Okay, draw the Illaoi here, which we don't really need because we are guaranteed an Illaoi draw on turn 1. I think we'll get rid of that. Let's actually keep everything else, it seems fine. We can possibly play some spells here on the turn 1 if we have to. Got a Watchful Idol, not bad. Two Watchful Idols, okay. Sparring Student on turn 1. I tell you what, let's go ahead and play a Answered Prayer here. That way we get Tentacles. We get 1 damage because of the spell burn. So all things considered, it could be a, you know, good choice. Should get a 6/6 here, so we should be able to, you know, kill the Sparring Student if it blocks. No, this is the problem, because we're gonna get 1 damage here. I'm a little bit concerned about this. Now, all things considered, this might not have been, you know, this might not have been the right pick. I tell you, I'll drop the 2 Watchful Idols here. We'll prep Illaoi for the next attacking turn. Yeah, we sack the Tentacles here, and then we'll bring on the Illaoi. Like I said, not my first pick. I would have preferred Tahm Kench, but I don't have him available, and I didn't want to use the Garen because I've already used it in the previous battle. Alright, we're gonna pass the turn here.
Tested. Eyes open. Watch your branches. Come! Test yourself!
Okay, this should be fine.
Witness truth.
Just 1 damage shy. If we had the extra damage, it would have been great. We can actually play Tentacle Smash and get a rally here, which could be decent.
Would you wish to
And I think we'll actually do that. Let's go with the Tentacles here. We'll smash, I think, this 5/3.
Defend yourself. Nagakaboros moves within me. Nagasho.
Alright, we'll block this guy and we'll block this guy. We should have enough damage to the Nexus here. Yeah, we definitely do.
Look and see the glory of Nagakab.
Alright, so we got Volpine Wanderer, Risen Altar, and Mind Meld here. Countdown 3, or when you destroy me, summon a Damian the Unbound. That's a unit, of course. 7/6 isn't too bad. It's a 6 cost, however. So it's gonna come on effectively on turn 9 or turn 8 because, you know, it has an extra countdown 3. -2 cost is not bad. Volpine Wanderer I'm not even considering because of the Radiant Blade armor here. Mind Meld this round, grow all allies and health equal to the number of other spells you played this game. This could actually be great, but, you know, I'm not really sure. This too looks kinda decent. Shuffle 2 copies of me into your deck. This, after you summon it, of course, at a 7 cost. I think, you know what, let's go with a Mind Meld. I'm not really sure if this is the right call, but, you know, it seems like it has some decent synergy, so I'm gonna pick this up. Some semblance of synergy, at least. Alright, let's head to the support champ here. Alright, we get Darius, we get Lucian, and we get Shyvana. I feel like I want to go with Shyvana. Quite simply because it should be fairly aggressive. We get a free attack as well. Egghead Researcher is a free attack. Screeching Dragon here has regeneration, which could be good to counter that +1. Sorry, not that +1, but you know, that round start deal 1 to all units thing. I think we're just gonna go with the Shyvana. Both of these are actually kind of great. I think we'll go with the Shyvana. Free attack seems nice. Regeneration also seems nice. Alright, so we have a Fae Bladetwirler here. Round start, stun the player's weakest unit, and this is a Relentless Dread. When the foe's misrives die, shuffle them back into your deck. Champion item, sorry, not champion item, regular item chest. This is a gold chest as well as a spells chest. I think we're gonna head to the Fae Bladetwirler here. Alright, got a Shyvana here, which is great. That means we should be having an increased chance of drawing the Illaoi. We will probably keep this. This seems fine. Actually, let's get rid of the Journeying Sandhopper. I like a cheaper unit on the turn 1. We can't even get rid of Burrow Lookout as well. We don't really need that many expensive units. Okay, I get Grumble Slug, which is great. We also get an Answered Prayer.
Take the high ground.
I'm gonna play Grumble Slug here. Let's go with C's voice.
The sea she calls, the world we answer.
The reason for that is because I want to get a lot of tentacles in preparation for the next turn with the Illaoi. We're gonna drag this 4/2 here and see if this 2/1 will block this guy.
Do you feel her presence?
Cover reinforcements.
Looking for a daring escape?
Alright, it's cool. Doesn't want the block.
Bring me tea to gain the strength of rivers.
5/2 elusive. Okay, I think we might have a way to counter this. I want to drop a Shyvana here, and the reason for that is I want to see if it tempts this guy to block. But chances is it probably won't block. We might have to eat the 5 elusive damage here. So it could be worth to just drop the Illaoi straight up. Shyvana gets a +1/+1 upon attack, right? So she goes to a 4/5. Okay, it's probably not worth to bring her on because she's probably just gonna die regardless. I guess we'll eat the 5/2 elusive damage here. Let's drop the Illaoi.
Stand and be tested.
Quietly now.
Alright, we'll put the 1/6 here. Put this 5/4 here. Hold on, this is stun the weakest unit, right? Oh crap, Illaoi's the weakest unit. We probably should have put the Illaoi on next turn. And we probably should have dropped the Shyvana. Okay, it's my fault, but it's cool. Okay, I have an idea. We're just gonna attack like so. We'll drag this guy here. I don't want to spawn yet. I think we'll just attack first.
Do you hear her voice? This is it. Land or drown. Nagasho. Think you're fast? Cute.
Well, the good thing is we get the rally because of the level up here. I forgot we had we already dealt 6 damage prior to this, which is great, of course. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna drop this Shyvana here. We should get the free attack, and I think what we can do is we can't even play this Tentacle Smash if we want to. You know what? Let's actually Tentacle Smash this guy immediately. Just get rid of him.
Defend yourself.
Zigged. Should have sagged.
Okay, we're pretty safe. We should have the win here. We don't even need to essentially bring on Shyvana, right?
Feel her presence.
Beautiful.
Look and see the glory of Nagakabo.
Alright, so Volpine Wanderer considered Strike and Journeying Sandhopper with a barrier. I think this barrier could be important. We're gonna pick this up. Alright, so I'm gonna want to head to this item chest here. Summon Mighty Poro with the Anageka Boros is great. It's cheap. We get to bring on early. Bring on an extra unit early, I should add. +1/+1 Fury on the Burrow Lookout is fine as well. Black Cleaver on C's Voice could be kind of decent. 6/6 on a 3-cost unit. That could be actually kind of great. I think we're going to pick this up. It seems fine, even though we're going to lose one of it. At least we get the extra health. Alright, so let's head to the Herald of Spring here. Alright, get both champions, which is great. Grumbo Slug and Journeying Sandhopper as well. This is a decent start. We'll keep this. I'm gonna play the Grumbo Slug. Oh, what am I doing? I should have brought on the Egghead Researcher. We get a free attack, and yeah, that's the whole reason why I went with the free attack, by the way. Because I remembered we had the spawn thing. That way we could get his spawn. Yeah, we could have gotten so much more damage that way. Alright, it's cool. We can, of course, bring on next turn, so it's, you know, not big of a deal. We're just gonna attack here. So we get some tentacles. Need to remember, our strategy here. Get as many free attacks as possible. Alright, I think we're gonna do that. Let's go with the Egghead Researcher.
The more we learn, the less we fear.
Ruler, you can't eat him.
Alright, we're gonna drop the Illaoi here.
Life is too short for fear.
And we get a free attack. Wonderful. Let's just drag this guy to this Egghead Researcher. Should get the Illaoi to level up here. Potentially. Definitely. Unless it transforms, of course. But it's cool. Can, of course, just play the Shyvana next turn or something. Let's drag out the battle a little longer, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go Shyvana here.
Dragon blood, Damascus heart.
It's alright. You can kill the Shyvana, it's fine. I just want that extra, 3 damage onto the tentacles. Extra 3 attack stat. Not damage. We haven't dropped the Watchful Idol. It's no big deal. Because we have the win next turn. Let's just put this guy here. There we go.
Witness truth. Struggle. Fight. Live. Nagasho. Nagakabara smiles upon victory.
Alright, so we get a Tentacle Smash, a Farsight Adoration on the C's Voice, Radiant Plate Armor on Bubble Bear. I'm not even going to consider that. I think we'll go with another upgrade on the C's Voice. It seems great. Right, let's go to the Young Witch here. It's a shop. Okay, so let's see. Wait, hold on. What is this? Why is this shop doesn't have... Oh, okay, it's not a shop. It's actually a alternate shop. Alright, it's a spell shop or something. I was wondering where's my reroll. Sorry, not reroll. Where's my power node? It's cool, it's cool. Let's see what we get here. Elusive on Ghost on the first round could be great. Death's Hand Capture Unit. I think I might just go with the Relentless Pursuit here. Now, you know what? Let's not spend anything. I'd like to keep the gold for potential powers up ahead. Okay, so let's not spend anything here, even though some of it might be great. We're just gonna head to the shop here and hope we get a epic power or something. Endurance. When an ally survives damage granted +1/+1. Okay, this is perfect because essentially, now this means that, we get a mini Tom Kench kind of power, which will give us a +1/+1 whenever we survive damage. And we're going to be taking damage every round, so Endurance is definitely the right pick here. Wonderful stuff. Alright, so I don't think we need any cards ideally. We should be fine. Let's go ahead and just leave. We're going to head to the Zoe here. Alright, so now we don't need to be too worried about taking damage from the power here, because every time we get a, we get dealt damage, we basically just recover the health back and we get an extra attack stat, which is kind of crazy. Alright, so let's get rid of the 2 Burrow Lookouts here, and we'll just keep the Avnagekaboros, it's fine. We'll keep the Illaoi as well. Alright, we start with the attack token, which is perfect. And let's not make the same mistake again. We are gonna play the Egghead Researcher, get the free attack, and that way we get more tentacles.
I'm something of an aspiring ecologist.
Alright, let's attack again.
Follow where I can.
Alright, so this is where the endurance will be so good. We get our health back, which is great. Okay, so I want to play the Sea's Voice here, but the problem is that we will lose the Ephemeral, and I think we lose the Tentacle, which isn't too great. So I think we'll just drop the Journeying Sandhopper here. The Berry could be useful to block this guy. Unless it attacks with a Zoe only, which is not that great, but it's fine. Because we have the Illaoi next turn.
Stand and be tested.
Alright, we'll attack like so. Let's actually put the 9-6, the Tentacle, the Elusive. We'll drag the Zoe to this 1-3 here, and 7-4 here.
Witness truth. Nagakaboros moves within me. Nagasho.
I love sparkle flies.
I won't lie, I totally forgot, that endurance power was a thing until it popped up in the shop there. So I was definitely not planning or accounting for that. So it's a happy little accident, all things considered. Alright, so I think we'll just give this 7-3 Elusive here. It doesn't really matter at this point.
Chance to live. Witness truth. Nagasho. Nagakaboros smiles upon victory.
Alright, we get a Black Cleaver on Illaoi is great. We're gonna pick this up. Support, give my supported ally +1/+1 and my keywords this round. This could actually be decent as well, but I think we're gonna go with the Black Cleaver. Alright, so let's head to this power node here. Higher education, attack, grow my power to match my health. I think what I'd like to do is I actually like to reroll this and see if we could get something else. Okay, stun the strongest enemy is great. We're gonna pick this up. Alright, so it's at this point where I would suggest, if you are farming for experience points, you head down towards this side and avoid the vicious enemy. And the reason for that is actually really simple. It's really interesting actually as well, because the more battles you actually do, the more battles that you actually complete, you actually get more XP instead of taking the shortcut for some reason. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's the case for that, what's the reason for that. But if you are farming for XP, definitely go ahead and take on the longer route here. So there's going to be a battle here, there's probably going to be another battle here, and then you're going to meet the Caitlyn. But since we are aiming to complete this run as quick as we can, I'm just gonna head to the vicious enemy down here towards the Minotaur Reckoner. Okay, so this seems fine. We'll get rid of C's Voice because she has the far side. That means we are guaranteed to draw her. We can safely play the Spawn 2 upon turn 1 because we already have the Endurance. We should be fine. We'll keep the Screeching Dragon as well. It's okay. We should be alright.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Ah, okay. 5-1 Trifang Glory Seeker. Alright, so I think we have to eat 5 damage here.
Where's my axe?
Possibly 8 damage.
Glory.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to do, I didn't want to summon the Answered Prayer here is because, it's probably just going to immediately die to the Trifang Glory Seeker. It's probably just going to challenge it. Alright, so only now we'll play Answered Prayer. We lose a little bit of health, but I think it should be alright. Well, let's drop the Sea's Voice here.
Ah, a beautiful day for sailing.
Yeah, bastard. It stuns us here, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's alright. I guess we lose a couple of units here, but it's fine. Well, not a couple of units, but we lose the 6/6. What I mean is we lose the buff from the, what is it? The, you know, the Sea's Voice that will give the spawn 1 here. Alright, it's cool. We lose the damage as well, but it is what it is.
In her embrace.
Remember me.
My war host awaits.
Alright, I'm gonna drop the Illaoi here.
Life is too short for fear.
Oh, we should drop the Shyvana. We get the free attack. God damn it. I was, you know, my mind was thinking that Illaoi had the free attack for some reason. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I just get too cluttered with my mind. Alright, we're just gonna end the round here. This was my mistake, my bad. I wanted to go with the Shyvana, but I was thinking Illaoi had the free attack. It's cool though, it's cool though. We are in control, and it's not that big of a deal. This battle isn't too difficult. We can, of course, get a rally here, so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna attack like so.
To battle! Do you feel her presence? Nagasho!
Alright, stuns that, but it's cool. It's perfectly fine.
Struggle! Fight! Live! Witness truth!
Alright, you can stun the Illaoi, it's alright. We have the Shyvana here, we'll just play that. Free attack on.
Fire and fury burn me.
There we go, we'll attack again.
I remember the fight. Do you hear her voice?
Drag out the battle a little bit longer, but it's fine. It's perfectly okay.
Empire, battle by battle.
Alright, we'll drop the Journeying Sandhopper here.
I go wherever the waves take me.
Alright, that way we could block this. We only take 3 damage. Probably could have taken less there, but it's fine. Let's actually just do a couple of spawns here. It's okay.
Relish life's bounty.
Oh, we even get a free attack as well. Nice.
I am more than I seem.
You are unlike anything I've ever seen.
Alright, this is vengeance for, you know, well, retribution, I would say, for playing kind of terribly earlier. Yeah, like I said, wasn't paying attention. I think I was a little bit too complacent, all things considered. I knew we were having the win here. Alright, so let's just attack. And we win.
Nagasho! Witness truth.
Alright guys, so what can we learn from this? Always pay attention to the cards that you have in hand, especially, you know, the units that, sorry, not units, but the items on those cards as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this Egghead Researcher here. +1/+1 is fine. And we are gonna head to the Caitlyn after picking up this power. We get another stun. Perfect, we're gonna pick this up as well. Okay, let's head to the Caitlyn. Alright, we'll get rid of Sea's Voice because we are guaranteed to draw it again. And I think we should be able to keep this. This seems fine. Draw the Illaoi as well. Wonderful. And we get a Shyvana too. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna play Answered Prayer first. That Caitlyn's gonna come on, but I think it should be fine. We're not gonna attack with it. We just want to get the tentacles on. No, actually, we can attack with it. We should be able to kill that Illaoi, right? Sorry, not Illaoi, the Caitlyn, right?
Me, miss? Not by a long shot.
Caitlyn is 4/4. If we attack, tentacles go to a 5. Oh, we take 1 damage from the... What is it? The Red as Ellipse. And what's gonna happen is that the Endurance won't trigger. Okay, okay. So yeah, that's definitely not the right call to attack here. We're gonna hang back.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
Okay, we get a Eke Researcher, which is perfect. We attack, we get more buffs on the tentacles.
Ask me about dragon tigers may have an answer.
Notify patrol to close in on this location. We'll
Take some elusive damage, but it's fine.
These coming.
Alright, so for this particular instance, it's better bring on the Illaoi because, you know, we don't really need the free attack. We have the attack here with the Illaoi, so we're just gonna go with it. If it's on the defensive turn, we'll bring on Shyvana because we want that free attack. Alright, so now we'll bring on the Illaoi. This is the right call here. Not a misplay.
Just keeping the peace.
Alright, we're gonna attack like so. We'll hang this guy back.
Nagasho! Witness truth! This is it! Land or drown! Nagasho!
Alright, there we go. We have to win.
Witness truth! Nagasho! Nagakabara smiles upon victory!
Alright guys, so that is the battle complete with Illaoi. So it's a really easy adventure in all honesty, this one. I think it might be even easier than the, you know, in comparison with, was, I believe, the Fizz adventure in the previous week, if I'm not mistaken. In comparison, I think this is, you know, probably easier in my opinion. But yeah, I made a little bit of a mistake at the battle before that. The vicious enemy there wasn't paying attention. But all things considered, all's well ends well. So it's definitely great. So for those of you farming XP, like I said, you probably would have wanted to prefer to go towards the other side, you know, where we avoided the vicious enemy. That way you do more battles, you win more battles, and I think you should get 3,200 XP or something, which is far more than what I received, which was 2,665 if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this run here, this weekly adventure run here on the channel, and if you did, consider leaving a like as well as subscribing. I really do appreciate the support, but most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future episodes or uploads of Legends of Runeterra or Path of Champions content just like this one. And with that being said, this is Caitlyn signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for joining me as well. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.